I'm going to recreate the Doors 2 trailer. I know it's been a while since the game came out, but I was kind of busy with other videos, and I also couldn't finish Doors 1. But no problem. The game looks really cool, and I know you all like it when I recreate these things. I have here a list of the 5 parts that I'll need to redo. As you know, Doors 2 is the mine. Then it's like a flooded corridor with cabinets. Then there's an appearance of a character from Doors, which in this case are the eyes. Another scene with a part of a cave with some spikes. And lastly, the elevator drop where our character shows up exploring a new world. Well, to get started, I'm going to try to recreate it as if it were a mining cave so that we can decorate it later with items. Obviously inspired by what's in the trailer. Alright, I've built the cave here, and it's pretty similar to the first scene that appears in Doors Floor 2. The base looks similar, but decorations are still missing. Well, inside this chest, I have several models that I've set aside, like cabinets, electrical wires, and even these industrial things. Well, what I'm gonna do now is decorate this cave so that it looks more like the one from Doors. If we place this wire model that I have here, look, it will cross to the other side, and it will look really nice. We can also put one here at the bottom, but the thing is, I need to rotate it like this. Climb up here, and scattered around this cave, there are a lot of crates, so I'll put the crates like this. Literally one crate on top of another. Just decorate until it looks nice. The good thing about this mod here is that I can move each block to wherever I want, so the scenario looks quite similar. I'll put a table here, and this here is a fence. If I place it here, we can literally form an enclosure, which by the way doesn't exist in Minecraft. If we use the Minecraft fence, at best it would look like this, and I don't think it would look as nice. Or this, in which case, I prefer the one I made. Alright, but there are still some more decorations that need to be placed. Like cabinets here at the back, just like they appear in the trailer. This here that I kept in the inventory is a lamp that lights up the mine workers, because imagine that now Doors is called the mines, meaning the mine. So there were probably people working here inside the mines. I'll put it here, great. Look, it's already taking a much better shape than before when there were no decorations, and now it's starting to look nicer. There's also this here that I'm carrying, which is a ladder. There's a ladder exactly here, see? Which probably allowed us to climb up to the top. Another thing is that I need to put this little lamp here, okay? And there are also some crates down here. I'll just need to position them a little better. Well, that's not a problem for us, right? Since I can rotate them as I want. So no problem at all. Put another one up here. I think this looks good. Well, I think our first scenario is ready. I'll leave it for you all to see. The original version, which would be from the Doors trailer versus my version in Minecraft. Obviously, it didn't turn out 100% because Minecraft is more square, so it's complicated to make things, but we will still reconstruct the entire trailer. So let's go to the second map.
Okay guys, while the map is loading, I wanted to ask you to follow me on Instagram. At the moment, we have 0 followers, but over there, I'll be posting things that I normally don't post here on YouTube, like stories showing behind the scenes, so you'll be able to see the things I'm creating before they come out on YouTube. So go ahead and follow me, it will help me a lot. The name is The Jaking Hole.
Right after this first scene in the trailer, what appears is this. A little room with some cabinets, but it looks like they're underwater, you know? It's a corridor, but a corridor full of water, as if it were flooded. I made roughly the base of the corridor. It wasn't very difficult, just a stone rectangle with water, but now we can decorate it. Well, again, I saved here the decorations we're going to use. It's more or less the same as before. Right here at the entrance, I know there are 2 flooded cabinets, so I'll put them here. In this case, this one is turned, so we just rotate it like this to make it nice. All right, let me pull it here. Grab it again and put it here. Yeah, all right, like this. I know that in this part of the stairs, there's an iron grate again. I'm gonna use the same grate I used before, so it looks like this. Alright, the difference is that here there's another grate that goes down, like this one here. In this case, it's a bit crooked, but don't worry, there's a way to fix everything. Alright, it turned out perfect. You can see that the scenario, as simple as it may be, when we add these decorations, it looks very nice. And it's not even ready yet. Here on the side, again, I'm going to add this lamp. Position it here nicely. And there's another cabinet here in front. I'll just rotate it and push it up a bit, like this. Perfect. I know there are some lanterns on the ceiling, alright? Now to make a wire, which I think is something that runs along the top. I'll use this here, which, by the way, is a mini block. I can choose the size of this mini block. It's literally smaller than a block, but this will help me a lot. I'll just make it a little bigger, I think, like this. And I'll put it running over the top until it reaches the other side. Look at this, just keep placing, and it makes a, it turned out nice, I liked it. Let me just break this one that's wrong. Now I'll do the same with this, but I'll place it here on the side like as if it were, I don't know what this is, but I know it's in the trailer, very similar. Then just put it here, all right? And here on the other side, perfect. Look at this, our scene decoration turned out perfect. Compared to before, when there was nothing, it's 1,000 times better. But let's compare it to the scene from the original trailer. I think it turned out really well. Remember, by the end of the video, I'll put everything together so you can watch the complete trailer. The next part that appears is like a slightly different cave, but it's where we have the first appearance of a monster, which in this case is the eyes. So I'm gonna try to do something similar, kind of in a green jungle style, with some ruins. I created it like a cube over there, a sphere, right? Inside I put grass and some debris to make it look really ruined. Well, now to decorate this, I also set aside some models. I already kept them here in my inventory to save time. I'll do the following. I set aside this cabinet because in the right corner, it kind of looks like there are some old cabinets. So I put it here. All right, obviously I need to rotate it to face the front, and another one in this part. I'll just move them a little to the side, like this. All right, I also set aside this here, which is like a pointed thing, to be like a rock or a stake over there. In this specific part, there's also a crate, so I'll put it here nicely. And these grasses that are scattered around. I think it looks good like this. Up here, you can see some wires running from one side to the other. I'll use the same thing I used before to make it like this. Perfect. And then I'll do it here too. Place here and here. Perfect, it turned out well. I didn't grab a model for the post. I have a mod here that already has the post for us to assemble. So no problem. I'll just put it here. It's perfect. It's really nice when you see it from scratch with nothing. And then how it ends up with the decorations, really nice. Well, now I'm gonna use this mini block again, and it will help me build this ruined part. I kind of built 2 random walls, but I need to improve them, make them more detailed. And to make them more detailed, we use mini blocks, of course. Without them, it wouldn't be possible to make these details so pretty, you know? This teaser wind beats mod is what saves the day. So, all right. Placing here, it doesn't need to be perfect, just place them in a more random order, considering that the scenario is kind of a ruin. There, look. One thing I need to ask you all. Comment below if you've played Doors 2 yet. I haven't played it yet because you kind of need to get through Doors 1 first, and I can't finish Doors 1 at all. So if I say something wrong, understand that it's because I haven't played Doors 2 yet. I don't know if I'll be able to because it's really hard to get past Door 100 in Doors 1, man. So I want to know which of you have already passed Doors 1 and managed to play Doors 2. Comment below, because I still haven't been able to pass. Well, now I'll use the mini block again, but here specifically, there's like a door, and I'll use the mini blocks to make the detail of the door. It has like a wooden texture, so I think it will look nice if I carve the mini details into it. Obviously, I'll use a door model that I have. In fact, because if I just use the mini blocks, it won't look that great, but this will definitely help make it better. This here is a mini block of grass, and there are some grasses, but they're a bit bigger, like this, see? Hanging from the ceiling. Since this here is kind of a thicket and has been abandoned for a long time, I'll make them hang down here. I can do something. I can use this one and place it up here. It will look like some grass too. It looks cool. I like it. I'll make it a little smaller, and I'll also make it look like some vines hanging down. And we can place them on the walls here, see? It will look like vines running down the walls. It'll look really cool. And now, just make the final adjustments. One thing I can't forget is that here is the first appearance of the monster. I'll record a scene as the eyes here, just floating. You can notice that it has a kind of glow. See that it's flickering and leaving the screen? Well, it's giving off a glow. And then I'll go here, position myself, and record from this other side. It appears here in front. Perfect. This here is the original. And this is how our Doors scene turned out. I think it looks really good. Well, we're almost done with the complete trailer. There should only be a few more left. This next scene is a cave with some spikes in Minecraft, like stalagmites. And then some little creatures come flying out from inside. As I mentioned, I haven't played it yet. I couldn't, so I don't exactly know what they are. And then I built a very basic cave to put the stalagmites. Look, this here is a very simple cave. I know here in Minecraft we have these, which are the stalagmite models, look. But I don't know, I prefer to make my own in the BBS mod because what's good about it is that, unlike Minecraft, I have the freedom to move it however I want. So if I want to make it more crooked, I can, which for me is better this way. But no problem, I could have used the other one for sure, but I think it looks better for the trailer, right? That other one is kind of simple, I don't know how to explain it, but I prefer to use one I can move. And then these here hang from the ceiling too. It's more or less what's there, like some stalagmites. And here at the back, there are some wooden parts. For this, I use chisel and bits to make these wooden details. And the last thing I'm going to do now is record a scene with those little creatures flying around. Again, as I mentioned, I couldn't play Doors 2, unfortunately, but I'll represent it with the Minecraft bat. And then I went recording with a bunch bunch of bats until there were lots of them in the scene. Well, the Doors trailer scene is like this, and mine in Minecraft turned out like this. I think it looks pretty interesting. In my opinion, I think this one turned out the least similar, but that's okay, no problem. And the next and final part that appears is this one, where an elevator falls and we land in a strange place, which is where I imagine it's right at the beginning, after Doors 1 ends, and we go into the elevator. As always, I built the cave base to make it look like a... And now with the models here, we can do the decoration as always. I'll decorate here. You must be tired of seeing me decorate. For this one, I'm also going to make a long recording because a character literally appears lying in the elevator. The elevator will be here, see? I just need to make it first. On top, there's this big beam of light running through the middle across everything. Place some grates here, all right? This other grate is used in this part. I'll put it here downwards, like this. I think they'll fit perfectly. Here, see, just pull a little to the back. Perfect. Here in the corner, there's a little lamp, and here is like a generator. I imagine this is a generator, right? Here's a small table, a cabinet crate. All right, it's starting to look more like a mine. The detail needed now is that it's all shattered here. Full of rubble, as if something had fallen. So I'm going to do this with the mini blocks. Lots of little pieces of stone. It could be a bit bigger like this. It could also be a bit smaller. I made the entire chisel and bits part with the mini blocks, which you're tired of seeing. The result turned out like this. The chisel and bits part turned out great. And as I mentioned here, there's still an elevator missing. To make it, I went to Blockbench. I tried building by looking at the trailer to see how the inside would be. I placed the crates, kind of a safety button there, then all the wall parts with the grates, the elevator doors, and those iron bars that cross each other to close it. Well, this was the entire elevator that's gonna fall. I had already saved this space up here. It's going to fall from up here, see? It's up here. If we get inside, look, it feels like we're inside the elevator just like in the game, but it's going to fall all the way down here. Then down here, it will be broken. I also made a version of it. It was literally just opening the doors, actually. It wasn't hard to make it broken, but I'm gonna remove it because we don't need it now. I need to come to the mod and position a camera where it's gonna be roughly. I've already put the elevator model here. I'll just put it up there, see. Then I come up here and I press to record as if I were the elevator. Look, literally, I just fall, all right? After I fall down here, there will be the camera. I'm still the elevator. There's the nice little camera. Now, I turn back into Jake and I press to record again, but now with my skin here, all right? Now with my human skin, I need to wait for the elevator to fall from up there. Look, it's going to fall. Hold on, it fell. Now I'm inside, but it's already broken and I'll come out here. All right, to do this, I just went to the video editing, grabbed the elevator model at the part where it falls, and simply do this. If I come here and decrease its size, it disappears. It will vanish. That's what we need, see? It falls and disappears. This part won't be in the video, of course. We just switch to the real broken elevator. In the end, when it's down here, it's all set. The other one is gone, and it comes out. All right, and our Doors 2 trailer is ready. Enjoy the result and tell me if you liked it.